Hey guys, Septic Goblin. Today we are going to work on a major project. As you see, we've got the Iron Golem farm in front of us and a rather large purple pillar to the right. Today's plan is to revitalize this area. No more sand. Make it safe to walk around on. We still have our villagers back here. We're trying to keep it mostly librarians. I'm not really sure what's going on with this pillar of sand. However, we should get rid of that. Yeah, we have plenty of librarians. Maybe, that leather worker, and I think that's a armor smith. Those guys might have to get traded out. But we are going to expand this. We're going to go another row of villagers on both sides. We need to fill those stalls. Get a little facade going. Make sure we have a wall up. It's going to be very important that we have a wall up so that our villagers don't get eaten. Especially if we have enough to where there will be a zombie horde. I want to really focus on clearing out this area. We can use that material for other things. But this right here is the bottom of our gold farm trap. As you see by all those rings above me, we're going to make the biggest gold farm we possibly can with one single tier. So it's going to start as a 20 by 20. And then it's go all the way down to, I believe that's a 6 by 6. No, that's a 4 by 4. So what I'm doing here is I'm just creating a continuous flow. Stack your signs up so that no water can be there. And then what we're going to do after we stack all these signs up, make sure we're not too close to the edge here. That looks right. No space there. So what we're going to do is we're going to set down some wooden pressure plates. Now it's going to create an air block in the bottom, and there's going to be a water block on the top. And that means that we're going to have water flow in one direction, not stopping just at the 8 blocks. Because the water is going to catch them on the top block and push them forward while there's nothing on the bottom block. So this might not be the perfect system for midgets, but it's definitely better than just letting them stand on what would be an empty space between them. So we're going to go ahead and stack those up right there. And then we're going to have the problem of the water. Because you have to have something to pour the water off of is the thing. And we're going to take the water bucket here and pour it against the wall. See, as you see, it flows exactly like you expect it to. There's the air block. And it's going to flow just like this. It's going to flow nice and easy, no resistance. So those pigmen are just going to slide through there. Need to grab another bucket of water. All of this is going to get removed. We need to get rid of all this. It looks terrible. There are pitfalls everywhere. It doesn't necessarily match the village. I'd really like to get some more stone brick out there. It just makes sense to have a more uniform area, especially since we're going to be building a mall. And yeah, you can't pour water against water. So what we're going to have to do... Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Okay, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to block all the way from this wall. That's not really a big deal. What are we talking about? 21, 22 blocks maybe. And this is going to save you so much time. The fact that the pigmen are going to continuously flow into the cactus. I'm telling you, this is definitely the way to go. The old traps, they were fine. They required you to wait on them to walk off of a ledge with a trap door. That mechanic has since changed, and I really think this way is the better way to go. It's a farther fall. You don't necessarily need to suspend it above anywhere or dig anything out that's too big. Yep, that water flow's working. Alright, so we're going to finish this up and we'll move on. Now that the trap is done, I'd really just like to show you that it's one continuous flow. It's definitely the smoothest water push that there is in the game, right now anyway, as far as Xbox One is concerned. Probably PlayStation 4. I know they're very similar. But yeah, it goes all the way down here, and this is probably where we're going to have our output. As you know, we're going to run some hoppers down. Has to move over to the side to get it out, and instead of doing it right on the side where it would come out in front of the village, What we're going to do is we're going to have it go into the community chest room, which is right here on the other side. I made sure we had a little extra space. Hoppers are going to come out right here, which means that we're going to have to work on that water there. We don't want that messing up our redstone circuit that we're going to have for the dropper tower. Yeah, we're going to take all of the pigmen that come off of there and shoot all their items over right about in here. Everyone has really started to chip in with this gold farm. As you see, it's going to require an immense amount of obsidian. I definitely have Opal and Boom to thank for the majority of it. Everybody has contributed a little bit, and I've definitely got 3 stacks of it myself. Well, probably closer to 2.5, but who's counting when everybody's throwing in? See, we have a pigman here. Our cactus along the back wall. He's going to run into that cactus. He's going to die against the cactus, and then his items hopefully won't be destroyed against the cactus. This isn't lossless. You're definitely going to lose a decent amount of golden swords and rotten flesh and definitely some nuggets. But look at this. It's effortless. You build those portals, you light them up, and it's done. But we don't want to come down here to collect. So we've got this dropper tower. Leads straight up into the community chest room. How you doing? Hey, what we have in here is a chest. It collects all the items. Looks like we've got some, maybe a couple witches or skeletons. But what we really just want in here is gold ingots. Well, gold nuggets. Some gold ingots do drop. Not a lot. Spread out that flesh so we can just collect the gold up top. Maybe a couple golden swords. That is going to be amazing. We just need a bit more obsidian, fire them bad boys up, and it's going to start producing like crazy. Probably put into hard mode so that we can get more. I can't believe it's finally done. All of those portals. Look at that massive portal cube. Portal inside of a portal, inside of a portal, inside of a portal, inside of a portal. You could barely see through it. That's an insane amount of portal blocks. Looks like it's pretty clear down here. I did just change it to hard mode. I'm waiting for it to start raining pigmen. Everything looks good down here still. This could be maybe railcart automation one day. We're going to go ahead and get rid of these signs. Definitely need to cover this up. I don't want to have to get back down in there if I don't have to. And I really would appreciate it if no one else would either. It was a lot of work by everyone, but that trap is sensitive. Go ahead and get rid of some of this stuff. Maybe get some of this. Plug up that hole. Don't want those villagers getting out. Go ahead and cover this up. A little bit of sandstone, just so it kind of matches. Probably end up changing out all this block anyway, but I do like the way that looks. That glass block has to go. It's probably going to get some iron bars just to give it that look. Maybe prevent some people from trying to jump in and see what's going on down there. That'll probably break it quicker than anything else, and we've had people come in and just break. It seems like once you post in the club server, it attracts all types, good and bad. But let's move on. We got a lot done. This monstrosity. It's absolutely horrendous. It's just a giant square. It does produce us some iron. We've been clearing it out pretty good. Yeah, see, just over a stack. Plenty of peonies still, or poppies, I guess. We did get one side of the mall done. I added another layer. You can see some of them right there. Looks like somebody may be shopping. But what we're looking at here right now is everything is going to be gone. Those little hills right there, that dirt. And we have massive holes that need filled in. Right there. People die there. People have died there recently, actually. We do have a bunch of ravines over here. I wouldn't say ravines. It's more like small caves. But let's terraform. So I'd like to give you a little status update. As you see, we've done quite a bit of clearing, gotten rid of a couple major holes. It's definitely a lot safer to walk. Not to mention, so much fewer spawns. You really don't have to worry about a spawn until you get over here to the right. Got a little nether portal room going on down here. That water looks really nice. This is definitely eyesores. I'd like to get rid of that right now if I could. That actually stretches out a lot further than you would think. Just up over those hills, it's about twice as much. Now that most of the major installation has been done, you can see over there, that's about twice as much area as I expected it to be. I kind of expected it to just be a little bit more. But this view up here is majestic. Look at that. Look how regal that purple cube is. You can see some lights in the distance in various places. You know, there's a little castle up there in the mountains. Community enchantment room over there. Mr. Merrick's base. But we've added a brand new dropper tower, complete with chests. You may not be able to see it from here, but this dropper tower leads to a 20 double chest tower. Of course, complete with hoppers. And this is fed by a sugarcane farm. Not just any sugarcane farm. This is the largest sugarcane farm I've built on any world. Not the biggest I've ever seen. Definitely the most that has ever been put forth on any of the worlds that I've ever hosted. Mr. Merrick and I usually build sugarcane farms, and we build them the same way every time, but this time we made 2 of them, and we made them face each other. We have a little hopper system going down, and these are a full 14. That means 48 plants are growing and getting pushed every time. We don't necessarily need this sugarcane around. There's Apocalypse's base. He's building an underwater base. We're going to be touring bases probably in the next episode. We spent a lot of time over the last couple days terraforming this place, and we're only about halfway done. It's going to be all-nighter time. Absolutely have to get this done today. We have so much planned, if we miss something, somebody's going to have to make up for it. We're just going to throw some hoppers in here, make sure we plant our crops properly. We're going to have a large hopper. Yes, see, there you go, right here. That's where our output is. That's the center point. And the water is going to go on top of these hoppers. So the water isn't a flow. You're not going to get stuck on the side. We're spinning the extra iron. It's just going to go straight into the hoppers. No big deal. So let's finish up and move on. We got a lot to do. This is what we look like about 12 hours in. We've got most of the left side done. Merrick decided to put some shamrock street lights in. I think they look pretty good. They go pretty much straight down the middle. It's almost a clear divide between, going straight down to the mall, trade up some sugar, or going to the nether. I'm thinking maybe this area on the right can just be something for the players to take upon themselves to build in. Or maybe we'll do a massive structure of some kind. As you see, we have a few banners here. I'm not really sure what these banners are doing. I'm sure whoever's there are will come back and get them. We do still have some chests from construction. We've used a lot of stone brick in this place. And apparently we're losing a glowstone. That's okay. The bottom still needs finished. All of the right side still needs done. Everything over there still needs cleared out. But we did finish the top of the left side here. Here's the first chest that the sugar farm feeds into. There you go. It's got glass all over the top. We may do the walls. That definitely needs a skin. The water looks really nice like that. The slabs and the glowstone, I really like it. We got most of the villagers in there. And as you see, we are feeding sugar, no problem. We do have some books in there. Now let's try to finish this up. More than a full day has gone into the remodel in the plaza area. I think we're ready for some new construction. We've cleared out, I would say, 500 or 600 blocks of dirt, a million bajillion blocks of sand. I took most of it, turned it into glass. We're going to probably use that for Apocalypse's base, or maybe someone else that needs a lot of glass. Going to have to use some more slabs, maybe 15 or 20 more stacks of slabs, it looks like, maybe less. Almost have both sides finished. That right side still needs some love there. We're probably going to use a similar lighting feature over here unless someone's ready to put a new installation in. That wouldn't be a problem. I'd really like to see that. We could use a skin on the dropper tower there. Starting to look really good. Look at that water. Looks great. So next time we're going to start visiting players' bases. I can't wait to see what everyone has built since we started. It's only been a week, and I really haven't visited anyone's bases. I've pretty much been working on community projects, and I've barely laid out my own base. So I'll see you next time.